we should have actually covered this before I hit record. Do you want aliases?
Just call me Gracie.
Call you Gracie. I've never called you Gracie in my fucking life.
It's gonna be weird.
We've known each other for 10 years.
Yes.
10 years.
2012. Just over 12. Yeah, just over 10 years.
10 years, nice. Bro. Fucking nice. You know, not many friendships last 10 years.
I know.
But mate, fucking
it's weird because I don't even catch up with most people from high school anymore.
Nah.
Yeah.
Do you like at all, or like you could think you don't have to name anyone, but like numbers.
Well, after I left high school, I was hanging out with and like a couple other kids from VCal, but yeah, you know, he's a dickhead.
Yeah.
So that didn't last.
Yeah. Yeah. I've seen him around every so often. If it's the same we're thinking of, I'm going to tell a quick little story.
All right, go
So,
ahead.
like, one of the New Year's parties, it might have been a birthday party, actually.
So I'm clear.
Yes, it is. I'm going to quickly timestamp that to block out the surname. Just in case. Because, 1:30. Cool. Yes, so... I'm at a New Year's party. I haven't spoken to him in about a year at this point. Yeah. He rocks up to me, hey Barnzey, how's it going? Oh yeah, hey, what's up? Good. And I might actually bleep the first name as well, just for the nature of the story.
Just call him dickhead.
Yeah. So he goes, oh yeah, what was your New Year's resolution? And I'm like, oh, I don't know, find out what I want to do with my life, career-wise, learn who I am. And he's like, oh yeah, that's cool. I want to lose my virginity. And then he walked away. He's like, yeah, just drop that. Silence for a second. Fucks off.
Yeah, because he knows he's never going to get it.
Well, look, hopefully he has since.
No. I can tell you for sure.
But it was so fucking strange. Like, hadn't spoken with the guy. We weren't even that good friends. And he just drops this fucking bomb and fucks off. Like, respect. Yeah?
Oh, no, I've got too many stories about it at the moment. I remember, you remember my ex, Carla?
Yes.
So we caught up not long ago, just a bit of fun.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, she told me about it, right? And apparently he's been messaging her every single month, just once a month.
The same day every month, or
close to it?
Because I reckon that sounds like a calendar reminder that he's got in there.
Right?
Like, message Carla.
Yeah, I know,
That's
right?
weird.
That's what I thought. But yeah, so she told me every single conversation, anytime he would start a conversation with her, it's always, we should get back together, blah, blah, blah. They only dated for a week.
Oh. I think you're right about his New Year's resolution.
Probably.
That sounds like...
But that's what I mean. He would get so... It's been years since, like, they've never even done anything, whatever.
Yeah.
But he's, like, always doing that. And I found out not long ago, my best friend, Zach.
Yeah.
So...
Who actually I'm going to have on the show at one point as well.
Yes.
And as soon as I get like a proper setup with more than one microphone, because we normally have a laptop set up with a third one when there's three people, have the three of us on, we could talk so much shit.
Oh, hell yeah. You will not hear us shut up.
Yeah.
Especially Zach.
Oh, yeah, bro. He is a talker. But continue.
Yeah, so... so his little sister, Izzy, her and were working at a fish and chip shop just on... IGA?
Yes,
yep.
I know. I've been to the fish and chip shop when he's been working.
Yep, that one. So apparently Izzy and I were hanging out, talking, having a smoke, and she mentioned to me that it's been like hitting her up.
Right.
Like seeing if she wants to hook up and stuff like that.
Right.
She's 15 years old.
Okay, alright.
At the time.
Does he know this though?
I'm pretty sure he did.
Okay, cool. So now, like, guaranteed, I was debating whether or not to bleep the name. Now I have to bleep the name.
Yeah.
Every single time. So if we just say this guy from now on,
yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah, it was nasty.
You know how much work you've given me now?
Sorry, bro.
It's like fucking 5 minutes. That's 6 bleeps. I have to listen to us talk now. God damn it, bro.
Hey.
Okay, alright, that's
Work
fine.
harder, not smarter.
Well, for you, well, no, it's the opposite. It's work smarter, not harder.
I know, I'm just switching the tables.
Yeah, but you haven't switched, you just made it worse.
No, that's what I do.
No, this is good. Alright, we're fully into it, bro. Okay.
Fuck yeah.
Good, okay. So we were talking before about just like different, like either stoner stories or drug stories. What's some of your best? Because like... There's got to be. Now remember, there's a whole thing with names. So the more names you drop, the more names I might have to bleep. So if you just say this person, that person, it makes my job easier.
Okay.
Right? And you can tell me after, but I prefer to have less work.
Alright, well, we'll see about that because I do like being a smartass.
So do I.
Alright, so stoner stories, drug stories. Alright, I've got way too many to count.
We can start with one where that involves both of us.
Yeah. First time you ever had a joint?
Yeah, first time I ever joined. So that one, at that point in time, I was drunk as well, right?
Yes.
And you're not supposed to mix. So you call it crossfading, right?
Yes, so basically the way you'd say it is, so beer before grass, you're on your ass. Grass before beer, you're in the clear.
Okay, I did it on your ass.
Yeah. So you beered first.
Yeah, I beered first, so I drank. I think I was drinking Jack on that night, actually.
Yeah, I was drinking Jack as well. Must have been, yeah.
Yeah. So Jack, for about 6 or so hours at a different house party, came along and you're like, here, try this. And I'm like, yeah, you know what? I will, because last time I was there, I was like, I had to drive and I was being responsible. So we decided not to, that's it's not don't do drugs, it's don't do drugs irresponsibly, right?
Well, yeah, exactly.
So like you give me the opportunity, you say, hey, try this, and I'm like, fuck yeah, I'll give it a shot. Why not? This is a good environment, good people, let's give it a shot.
As long as you're safe and with people you trust, it's okay.
Yeah. And then I think, actually, I don't think it was a joint. I think the first one was a cone.
No, yes, that's right.
And it was out of like a homemade oak bottle.
Yeah, that's
with like a hose and like this little like metal piece thing. It's like the most like, I don't want to say ghetto, but it was fucking ghetto, bro. I'm like, what's this shit? Like, if you're gonna do it, you do it in like rich cunt way with like glass.
Man, if you're gonna do it your first time, it's gonna be in a homie.
Yeah, okay,
that's just fact.
Yeah, but like it was good. It worked, and I was like, fuck, man, this is.
My first ever cone was out of a Gatorade bottle.
That's
which is actually more common than
is this. Is this like a Melbourne thing?
It's not exactly a Melbourne thing. It's actually more of a stoner thing. It's like if whatever you get your hands on, whatever has a big enough mound piece, it's a bong.
Okay, yeah. So I've got a mate who, before I had my own like equipment, he made one out of a cordial bottle, and a cordial bottle.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it had like, I forget what the actual hose part, what he made out of with that, but yeah, he like cut open it, melted the side in, so it was all secure and shit. I think I've still got it somewhere. I think I still got it. It's trash. It needs to go in the recycling bin.
I never keep my own. Like after a week, they're gone.
At that time, I didn't use it. And what I do is, I don't like keep the bong on. As soon as we're done, like get rid of it straight away so that no residue builds up and shit. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
it's
nasty.
Yeah, it's fucking
it's
gross.
Really nasty.
So get rid of it, and I've still got the bong, right? Yeah. I'm never gonna use it, but it's like it's a memory piece. You know?
So you do what we did. So we had one specific bong that was just chat and everything. So if someone came over and they were in the slightest bit sick, we gave them that bong.
Yeah, okay.
So you just give the sick person that bong, and it's all sweet.
Bro, I'd like to imagine that has got every disease inside it.
Most likely it doesn't. It's been never that long. Might need to quarantine that shit.
Yeah, shit, bro.
Man.
That's a clever idea, because if you're doing it enough with enough different people, you've got to have extra shit aside. Like I haven't shared my one with many people. Yeah, like it's a premium experience.
Yeah.
And it's treated as such. But to have your own one aside there, like that for extra people, that's clever. Like who says stoners are dumb?
Me.
Okay, fair.
I'm Exhibit A. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Okay, look, just trying to be nice and polite.
I'm being honest, man.
Look, you're taking your time out of your day to do this here with me, and the least I could do is be nice. But if you're going to talk like that, then I have got no choice.
I'm going to be honest,
I've got no choice but to join you, alright?
I'm honest, go ahead. I don't give a shit anymore.
Oh, bro. Well, see, after that, like, I don't know if I've ever told on the podcast. Like, I met some friends who would do it regularly, and then from there it kind of it didn't really spiral. Like, it wasn't crazy, but it was like, okay, you can't really get into anything like that unless you know other people.
Well, yeah, exactly. Like, say, like when I started smoking, I was with this guy Reese, and I couldn't do it by myself. I would have like the weed on me and everything, but I could never do it by myself. It's got to be with someone. It's a lot more enjoyable that way. But as like you like get older, get more used to it, it's kind of becomes like like having a cigarette, really. Like,
Yeah.
it's just one of those things
It's
you
just
do.
a thing that happens.
Yeah, exactly. It's not really like, yeah, it's a social drug. Most people don't even consider it a drug. It's a fucking
Yeah.
drug.
See, that's the thing. Most people don't even consider alcohol to be a drug.
It
And
is.
I'd say it is 100%. What do you think is the worst drug?
The worst drug?
Yeah.
Meth.
Meth?
Meth
Do you
all
have
the way.
Do you have a story about meth?
Yes, I do.
Ah, fantastic!
Now-
Well, this is a good thing. This is what we're doing on a podcast, right? You tell a thing, it segues into another thing, and it's fucking natural. Go ahead.
Now-
Tell me a meth story.
Before I tell this story, I just need to throw it out there. I've never done meth intentionally. No fucking way. Alright, now starting with the story. So, me, my friend Stella, and my other friend Sophie, we decided to go out for one night. We went bowling. We went some pub that had like mushrooms and shit. It kind of looked like a fantasy pub. It was quite lit.
Storyville.
That's the one.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I went there recently.
yeah, that's the one.
It's the one with all the gimmick cocktails and shit.
Yeah,
Here's
yeah.
a goblet of fire, and the thing is like on fire.
Yes,
yeah,
exactly,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's good. It was all right.
So we had a drink called the James Franco. It was actually really fucking delicious.
Yeah.
But yeah, so after that we decided to go to this pool bar that Stella works at.
Yeah.
And yeah, play a couple rounds of pool. Meet this guy named, I'm not gonna name him.
Good call.
Well, I hope he gets arrested, so I wouldn't care.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we meet this guy, he starts talking to us and shit, having a laugh, and then we all decide to go back to Stella's place. This guy brings out this bag, says it's MD, right? Lying through his teeth.
By the sound of it, I was going to say, but just even the tone of your voice, it sounded like it was not, in fact, just
It
MD.
was not MD.
Yeah.
So he makes some lines for us. Yes, lines. Never do lines with meth if you ever try it. And so next thing you know, we just go snort it. And I went and I was gone. I actually, first thought I had was like, damn man, this is like the strongest MD I've ever had in my
It's like you
entire
start
life.
getting the accent.
Yeah, I actually started talking like a junkie. It was
Yeah.
scary.
Yeah.
And yeah, next thing you know, you see Yusuf just laughing at me and Sophie because we've been snorting we've snorted about like 4 lines each. No, that's a no.
I don't know what the general like quantity is supposed to be for
You're not even supposed to be snorting it.
Yeah, okay. general dosage 0.
Yeah,
right?
pretty much. Don't ever do it. That's
Okay, yes,
that's
yeah.
the moral
I
of
never
the
had an
story.
interest in meth, right? I'm curious about what other people have to say about it. Not enough to try it myself.
Well, yeah. So, alright, so next thing I know, so he's laughing and I'm going like, oh, what's so funny? He was like, bro, I just wanted to let you know I was lying. That's not MD. It's meth. And I'm like, are you fucking kidding me right
Yeah,
now?
you never do that shit.
Yeah, no,
No.
I got so angry. It was the angriest I've ever been.
You got like meth rage.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
It was scary. Like, I was scaring myself. I
Yeah.
was never that angry. But yeah, he just kept going off his head. He just kept having a fucking joke about it, but it was not funny at all.
So like, was he like the only one laughing in the room?
He was the only one laughing in the room.
Yeah, that's never
My
good.
friend Stella, she was going through a bit of regret after he did that because they hooked up.
Of course.
And then she's going through her head, fuck, what did I just do? Did I just hook up with this psycho? Sophie is feeling the same vibes I'm feeling. She's ready to kill this guy, and I could see her wanting to grab the fucking knife and stab him. So we were trying to calm her down. So me and Sophie decided to go for a walk. And yeah, then we calm each other down, come back, tell Yusuf to leave. He doesn't leave. He gets all psycho. And next, you know, me, Stella, and Sophie, pin him down on the ground, hold his arm back, and then he's like not moving.
Shit.
So next thing I know, grab him in the hair, throw him out the front door, done. Never
That's
hear
it.
from him again.
Fantastic.
But yes, so unfortunately, that was probably the worst come down I ever had. So the next day, I go home. Thank God no one was home at the time. I had the whole house to myself for the entire weekend, so I was able to go through the come down without anyone bothering me.
That's good. That's ideal.
Yep. But it was probably the worst I've ever done. I actually felt like I was going to die. Like, I was on the floor, on the bathroom, trying to get cold because I was heating up too much. I could feel my heart racing, like, too fast.
If meth is that bad, why do people keep going back to it? Like,
That's actually the other thing. That was the worst feeling I actually felt. The fact that I actually wanted more.
Okay.
It was after, it was as it was wearing off, it was that feeling that I wanted more and I needed more. That was the worst part about it.
So how did you know that that feeling had passed then?
I knew it was past when I stopped feeling like I was on a calm down. So it took me about a week for me to completely get over it. Yeah. So after a week, my mind was clear, meditated for a bit, smoked a lot of weed.
There you go. So the cure for drugs is more drugs.
Well, yeah, exactly. Actually, no, during the calm down, the weed made it a bit worse. So I had to like go...
You had to balance it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, after that was done, I wasn't getting the shakes. I wasn't feeling like... Didn't feel an urge for it. And by that point, I barely even smoked weed anymore. So yeah, I still do it. But
but like in that period of time, that short period of like from accidentally doing the meth to then like the calm down, after the whole process was complete, then it's like you ease back into it.
So yeah, but like the whole shitty part about that whole calm down was the fact that I just wanted more, and like wasn't even like I wanted more. It was like I needed it.
It was more scary. Like a feeling of like, okay, like I'm gonna die without it. Is that
something like that? Yeah, like I actually felt like I was gonna die. That was the scariest part. And worst part about that was I was home alone, and that was when I actually wanted people over. None of my mates were free. Everyone was busy, blah, blah, blah. I didn't want to tell them what I was going through because...
You just needed someone there, but you didn't have the support system to like properly...
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But yeah, once I got through it, white knuckled it, and then I was all good.
Right.
So, yeah. Moral of the story is don't do drugs, kids.
Yeah. Don't do drugs irresponsibly.
Yeah, and if someone offers you drugs, don't take it straight away.
No, especially if it's free. Like, you pay for the good shit.
Yeah.
That's like a lesson in, like, I'd argue basic economics. Like, if you never take a service for free because there's probably something wrong with the service.
Well, exactly.
Yeah.
You never dip your pen in the company ink.
Yes, that's a good saying. I like that one. Oh shit, yeah. I don't have anything. Like I don't want to top it. There's nothing I can do to top a meth story. Like that's.
There are too many stories.
All I've ever really the furthest I've gone is having edibles. Like I got some. I managed to get my hands on some gummies, and I had them with someone who hadn't had them before.
Yeah. And
basically, this is a gauge. Like I didn't know. I was told it was 2 milligrams per gummy, so you'd be able to gauge out like. Yeah. Because I never had it. I'd only ever had what I'd made myself, and even then I didn't know what the concentration was. Like I kind of just guesswork. Fuck it.
And let me guess, it was more of a body high than it was like a.
It was a little bit because we were sitting like we were going to be watching TV and playing games, just lazing out all weekend anyway. So it's like, all right, let's enhance it. Like that was the general idea. So there was me who'd had edibles and weed before, and he who had not, and to gauge what it was like between the two of us, it was interesting. Like he got more sort of like goofy, like the enjoyable high, like the kind that you want to be, like when you're a little bit buzzed, right?
Yeah,
that's
that mellow.
Yeah, exactly, the mellow. That's the word I was looking for. I was like, what the fuck? What's the word? I got to finish the sentence. I got to get there before I figure it out.
Feeling the vibe.
Yes, yeah, exactly. So we were watching Misfits on the TV, and I don't know, like someone was crying. There was an emotional scene. We're sitting there fucking giggling our asses off because like we've had these fucking gummies.
That's the whole point. Anything that's sad can be funny.
Yeah, exactly. And it did its job. It went well, and then we just did it again the next day, and it was like, okay, this is good. Now we know what to expect. Let's up the dosage a little bit. So instead of having 2 to start off, we had 3, and it didn't really. Okay, you laugh because it's like, you know how there's that usual thing of, oh, you know, the gummies are not the gummies, like the edibles. Oh, it's not hitting. I'm going to have another one. Yeah. So it wasn't actually like that. It was fine because it was the initial climb, and what I've had in the past was nowhere near as strong as what the gummies were. So I think we set our expectations higher, and it seemed more disappointing the second time because we knew what to expect, blew up the expectations, and then when they weren't met, it was like, it was okay, but it was still a good, chill experience. And, you know, it was like we weren't bothered by anyone else. We were doing what we were going to do anyway. No problems, of course, and that's why I would argue that just in general, weed is safer than alcohol.
Oh, by far. Yeah. Straight away. Yeah.
But like there's this massive stigmatization for like just the difference between drugs and alcohol when it's just one and the same thing. Like it's a Saturday. Well, at time of recording, it's a Saturday night. People are going to be out drinking, getting off their fucking face.
Yeah.
Right, I'm going to be there, right?
Obviously.
Yeah, obviously. But being at home, just chill out, whether you're smoking it, eating it, whatever, that is so much better.
Oh, hell yeah. By far.
Even maybe even from an objective standpoint. Like, I don't want to argue that my word is fact, but I'd say it is in this case.
Well, put it this way, like, I used to be like a hard alcoholic.
Yeah.
I remember myself when I was drinking too much. I was aggressive, I was mean, and I was just a damn right asshole. I've been smoking weed for as long as longer than I've been drinking, and can tell you by far it's safer, and I'm a lot nicer on it. I'm a lot chill.
I think people would agree too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, anyone that smokes weed will agree.
But see, there's more people that don't than do, I think. And
I think it's mainly the people who have never properly done it.
that's why I encourage a first try for everyone.
Well, yeah, exactly. That's always like, that's what I do. Like, I gave you your first cone.
Yep.
I gave Zach his first. I gave other people their first cones.
Yeah. I think you mentioned that already.
Yes, I did.
This was Zach, yeah.
But that's what I mean. Like, it's always just about the try. If you don't like it, you don't have to. If you like it, go for your life. But it's all up to you. You don't have to, like, don't feel peer pressured or anything. That's when you.
I think I've been guilty of peer pressuring a little bit.
Wait, what?
I think I might have peer pressured. Not like.
I never peer pressured you.
No,
I know that.
No. You never peer pressured me, but like I think in my enthusiasm, it comes off as peer pressure.
Yeah.
And, you know, I acknowledge
Peer pressure yourself.
Look, look. I wouldn't say no. And since doing it, right, have you noticed all right, think back to before you ever tried it, you'd have...
That was a long time ago.
Okay, all right. So maybe you're not able to, but...
No, I remember actually.
So, like... You know, when you're at a younger age, you're not able to recognize as many things as it's part of growing up and getting older. So your weed radar would be like 0.
Yeah, exactly.
But you see, as soon as I went to the Gold Coast in January this year, right, you'd go around the corner, you'd detect it immediately. Right, you'd know, you'd be like.
Yeah, that's what I mean. You just take a sniff.
You recognize.
And you can follow that scent.
Exactly.
It's so easy.
Like a fucking dog.
Yeah, you can know who smokes. You can know who grows.
Yeah. So I gotta tell you, I've got a good weed story. Yeah. So I made edibles like this, like butter. And what I would do is I'd melt it and drink it in milk. Now it sounds fucking disgusting.
No,
it was, right?
Yum.
Right? It's not. It really isn't. But it lasts about 10 hours of like a high, so there's so after an hour and a half, that's when you really start feeling it. After the 2 hours from initial taking, then you're up, and then you're up consistently for 6 or 7 hours. So I would take it and I'd play games in the living room, just chill out for the whole weekend, just like veg out. I sat in the armchair that I've got in there it's actually not in there at the moment, but that's irrelevant. I've got an armchair.
What did you do in the armchair?
I'd basically become the armchair. Like I'd sit there after that. I'd have food on the side, so I never even have to leave. And I was there playing games for about 10 hours once. Liam comes home and he's like, "Hey, you know, you've been sitting there for a while." And you go, "Oh yeah, about 10." And he's like, "Oh yeah, maybe like 10 minutes." Like, 10 hours. And he's like, "You haven't left?" He's like, "Bro, I had a bit of weed." And he's like, "Okay, all right." Just sitting there chilling out. So with this particular mixture, I had some before the flight to go to Queensland, and the flight there is 2 hours. And I was calculating because I knew like all the time frames of when everything would start to kick in. Yeah. So before we get to the airport, I'm drinking the weed milk in the car, like on the way to the airport. It hasn't kicked in. It won't kick in for a while. We're fine. Get on the plane, do the whole check-in thing. Everything's still good. Take off. As the plane is taking off from the runway, as it's going up, I'm going up. Just everything. Yeah. So I'm sitting there in the seat like this, going, "Oh, fuck, this is great." And then someone had the great idea of getting wine drunk on the plane as well. So like, fuck yeah, let's get some wine. So I'm sitting there, I'm watching Cobra Kai on my phone, having the time of my life, drinking wine, stoned off my head. Like, this is an amazing start to the holiday.
Nah, I've been stoned on a plane before. It is a good feeling as it's like the plane's going up. It's awesome.
And it's just like, you're lightheaded, you're up in the sky. It's good as. And then we were trying to sort out like the COVID check-in thing at the time, and I thought I did it, but because I was stoned, I didn't. So when we land, we go through like the whole COVID customs thing. There are police officers there saying, "Hey, show this QR code," all this shit, and I hadn't done it, and I'm sitting there going, fuck, I gotta figure this out and not look stoned. So all my mates had made it through, 8 of them. They're standing there watching me trying to figure out on my phone how to do it while there's police watching me as well. I'm off my head and I'm like,
that paranoid.
It's kind of paranoid. It's like, if they know, but fuck it, we're in the Gold Coast, all right? There's no way they haven't experienced this before, you know? I'm not causing any trouble. I'm just trying to get by. And I did, no problem.
Gold Coast out of anywhere in Australia is probably one of the best places to get stuff.
Yeah, I think so too. Yeah, it's all around the corner everywhere. People that do it, people that sell it. Dude, I watched like a crackhead almost attack a child at a kebab shop at 9 p.m.
Jesus.
Yeah. Yeah. Like there was a family going past, the kid was in a pram, and they like went right up to the pram, like saying, like, "Oh, who's a good baby?" And the mum like freaked the fuck out because there's a crackhead like investigating a child. Yeah. And I was just like, I need to see what happens here. So I watched the whole thing unfold. The woman was causing a scene, like basically picking fights with people around. And I was just like, fuck, only in the Gold Coast.
Now, if you go to Mildura, it's just up the top of the border between Melbourne, Victoria, and New South Wales. Yeah. Yeah, so it's just a small town. The 9-year-olds there arc up to the junkies.
Really?
Not even kidding.
I want to see that.
Yeah, because like it's crazy. Because I remember I was walking past, going to a smoke shop, and these like 9-year-old kids were like, "Yo, you got a smoke, mate?" And I'm like, "Nah, I don't." And he was like, "Give me a smoke or I'll stab you in the fucking neck." And I'm like, Jesus.
Are these like
Christ.
9-year-olds?
Yeah. Just scooter fags. Just
okay,
around,
just all right, just picture, right? 9-year-olds are this big.
Yeah, I know.
You're like this big.
Well, I know, but imagine a 9-year-old or
what are
a
they gonna
bunch
do?
of them coming up you with knives.
Yeah, but how are you gonna, okay, I get that, but like stab you in the neck? Like, be realistic, like ankles. Like,
True,
come on, kids. Like, if you're gonna
help them up.
Yeah, or can you imagine them like on each other's shoulders and shit, and then it's like they got a massive jacket, and then that's how they attack you. Like someone does a flip off from the top, and that's how they get the height. But even then, it's like up under your shoulder. Like they don't even reach that high.
Well, yeah, not even. I don't know. It's weird when people threaten me, especially like they're coming up moving up. I don't even care anymore.
Well, see, look, like because like from a distance, like you can appear to be a big scary dude.
But I don't consider myself as a scary
Just
dude.
because you're
I'm not
not
big, but I'm not scary.
Okay, because you don't have any sort of resting bitch face, do you?
No, I wouldn't say I have a resting bitch face, but I do have the dead eye.
Right,
If someone
okay.
like does something that annoys me or pisses me off, or if someone's arcing up to my mate, I'll give them the dead eye or step in between.
But so you can still appear scarier than we both know that you are, yeah?
Well, yeah. But here's the thing about me. Like, I don't like violence at all in any shape or form. And
Video game violence.
Well, that's a whole different story.
Just say, I'm going to call you out there.
In reality,
immediately call you out.
Reality, though.
Real violence.
It's a different thing.
Yeah, of course.
But like, yeah, so like, say like my mate, I remember my mate Eden, he was like, yeah, he was in the wrong here. We were at Newport Station and he was looking at this girl in front of us, and next thing you know, he kind of like did hand gestures to like curves or something.
Right, yeah.
Her boyfriend was standing right next to him.
Oh, right, yeah.
I tapped him on the shoulder, pointed at his boyfriend, and then he looked at his boyfriend, and then he looked at me like, "Oh shit, I fucked up."
Yeah.
So we walk ahead, go to the smoke shop. We're coming back to the station now, and I see in the distance that guy is waiting in that little like,
Which is a very clear sign of, okay, shit's gonna go down.
Yeah.
Be careful.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And I mentioned that to Eden, and it was like, "Should we just go somewhere?" I was like, "No, let's just go through. He won't start shit."
Yeah.
So he started shit. Yeah. So we going through that little tunnel, and then he steps in front of Eden, and he's like, "You staring at my girlfriend, mate?" Yeah. And he's like pushing him and everything, getting ready to punch the shit out of him, and then he's like, the guy was trying to bring me into the conversation, like...
And you're like, "Hey, dude, I'm just going to make sure there's no trouble."
But that's the thing. He asked me, like, "You did see him stare at my girlfriend." I was like, well, yeah, you did do that.
Yeah.
So you are in the wrong there. But
Yeah, it's just like apologize and move on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But as soon as he started to actually, like, step in and, like, ready to, like, punch the shit out of him, Eden's, like, terrified. So I was like, all right, yeah, nah, this has got to stop. Yeah. Step in between the both of them. Yeah. I was like, "Mate, look, yeah, you made your point. he's in the wrong, and I'll make him apologize after this, but there's no point for anyone to get hurt right now. I know you want to defend your lady's honor and everything. Yes, that's fine, but there's no point for anyone, because if you do this right now, there's more of a high chance you're going to get arrested.
Yeah.
And he's like, don't you dare arc up to me, mate. And I'm like, put your fucking finger down. I'm not arcing up to you. I'm trying to fucking help you right now. And if you really want to fucking start a fight, I am going to join in. But if you don't, go back to your missus, fucking enjoy the rest of your day, and just forget about this. And he was just like, you know what, fine, not fucking worth it. Walked away.
Exactly. Like he didn't even realize it, but he made a good point. It wasn't worth it to like start a fight like that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's what I mean. Like, there are so many better ways just to handle conflict. But if it is up to a point where it's like you're dealing with an unreasonable person, yes, you got to do something about it.
Yeah, it's like you got to be prepared to do it, but like do everything you can to make sure it doesn't get to that point. That's how you handle the situation responsibly.
Exactly.
Yeah, I've seen so many things. Well, maybe actually I haven't seen so many times where the situation. I was about to like just back myself up there, but then I would have no evidence if you questioned it.
That's the thing. I know so many people that are like that. And have ended, like, I've known people that have started the fight and not started the fight. Genuinely, actually, mostly it's the people that start the fight that end up losing the fight.
Yeah, because they've got this mentality that they have to do something or they have to prove it, but they're not at the point where they actually can, and they're not smart enough to realize. Hey,
you don't know what the other person's going to do. You don't know what the other person's like got on them. The other guy could have a knife for all you know. And when it becomes a knife fight, no one wins. That's a fact.
Yes. Yeah. All that being said, still don't be a pussy.
Well, don't be a pussy.
Don't be a pussy,
Don't be a pussy. Know how to defend yourself, but also know when to, not.
But also, like, don't like let people walk all over you.
No, don't ever let people.
Still stand up for yourself, but do it responsibly.
Yeah. Don't throw the first punch.
Yeah.
That's all I can say.
Just be responsible.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I think a running theme of this podcast has actually been be responsible. Like this, everything we've talked about has just been be responsible, because it doesn't work out if you're not. And like every single thing we've talked about fits into that. Actually,
and if you're not gonna be responsible, do it responsibly.
That's exactly right. If you be irresponsible, responsibly. It can be said about like extreme sports. It can be said about just like traveling, for example. Like, for example, right, going to Iraq as a single woman, irresponsible, right?
That's horrible.
But like going to like I don't know. I think Finland's a safe country, is it? I don't fucking know.
Why?
Well, maybe. Oh, fuck it. Poland. I think Poland. Poland's got good people. I don't know. I've never been. I'm talking out of my ass.
Oh, cool. I know Amsterdam's not a country. It's a city. It's a city, but like, it's as peaceful as they come.
Okay, all right, good. Yeah, because everyone's fucking high.
Exactly.
So, like, Amsterdam is probably a very responsible tourist destination.
What else? Actually, bringing that up.
Yeah.
Do you know what I found out about Amsterdam the other day?
No, I don't. What?
It's illegal to sell like ecstasy and everything.
Yeah.
But you are allowed to have more than 5 pills in your pocket.
And as long as they don't know what the pills are?
No, you're allowed to have ecstasy. You're just not allowed to sell it.
So what if... Okay, that's like the hooker argument where they're like, escort, yeah? It's like, hey, I'm going to pay you to escort me to my room, and then it's up to you to do whatever you want, yeah?
Sort of. Like... I don't know if I'll put it in that terms, because with an escort, like, they have the choice to either sleep with them or not.
Yeah, they just get paid an obscene amount of money, and the implication is there.
So a prostitute is paid for sex.
Yeah.
An escort is paid for company.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a very good way of distinguishing the two, actually. I've never thought of a specific definition to... Those
are the definitions.
Okay, well, do you know anything more about the definition? Because I've never done it.
Well, I'm not gonna...
No comment? No comment? Oh, that's good. Okay. What other places have you been to? Like countries, traveling? Let's talk travel.
Alright. I've been to Thailand.
That's good.
Yeah, that's boring.
Okay. It's not good.
It's original.
Yeah. Bali?
No, not Bali.
Okay.
I went to New Caledonia. I was on a cruise for that one.
Very nice.
By the way, having said that, I highly recommend not going on a cruise when you're underage. It is extremely boring.
See, I've been on 2 cruises underage. Both times, they were pretty good.
Nah, I found them boring. Everything I wanted to do, I couldn't do. I wanted to gamble. I wanted to win money, but...
I think you're in a different mindset then.
Well, I was a kid.
Yeah. Yeah, but like, I didn't want to gamble when I was 17. I still enjoyed the cruise.
I loved gambling when I was 17. I used to gamble with my mates.
With what? You were you employed? Did you have money at 17?
See, at that point, I had an allowance.
Okay.
And I'd be spending my allowance on
Allowance.
gambling.
You know,
making more money.
The first time I ever got an allowance was like 50 cents for the week.
Really?
Yeah, it was not good. And
I
bitched
$5
about
a
it.
week.
Oh, fuck. What's this shit? We were in the same fucking area and we were treated like different economical... This is bullshit.
Pretty sure you were richer than me as well.
Yeah, no wonder, because I was getting fucking 50 cents. My money went all to the parents. Of course they're richer. They were giving me scraps. This is bullshit.
Worked out well. You learned responsibility.
Yeah, true. But maybe I reckon you had more fun than I did, really.
Yeah, I did. I really did.
See, that comes to the argument about like what's better, like experience or like... I don't have a comparison, but I think experience is more valuable. Oh, yeah, that's it. Experience or money? What's more valuable?
Experience.
I'd agree.
Because with experience, you can make more money.
That's true. And if you have enough experience, you might not even have to make money. Because
exactly.
Yeah, because if you know, like let's say, okay, I've seen some very happy homeless people. Now, they're probably not happy because they're homeless, but they're just happy because that's how they want to be. Like, I think maybe I met a dude who was like, he didn't want a job, he didn't want to work, but he was just happy to exist. Like, he wanted money to drink, live on the street, didn't want to like work, he just wanted to exist. And he had friends who thought the same way, lived the same way, and they loved life, and they probably loved life more than like that one corporate dude on the train who's like, he hates his 9 to 5. He has to do it to support his family, and he's got nothing else going in his life. Like, the homeless man wins in that sense.
In that sense, yes. But when it comes to like, you know, like earning, you know, having a proper stable life,
yeah,
the homeless man is 100% losing.
Okay, well, true. There's plenty of parks.
But having said that, the homeless community is actually, it strikes me odd sometimes because everyone's connected and they stay connected. I do not know how, but everyone in the homeless community is always connected. Everyone knows everyone, even in the city.
It must be a social thing.
It is a social thing. It's like, so you know how like you and me, if we wanted to hang out, we would call, say, yeah, let's meet up here, whatever.
Yeah.
If a homeless man wanted to hang out with another homeless man, they would like look for them, find them.
They'd have to just go find it. But they're homeless, they've got the time.
Well, exactly.
They can go look for them.
But that's the thing, like, some people would have like a certain spot they're always hanging out with, so that'll be the first place they check.
Of course.
Check the second
Well,
place
we could even do that the same way. Like, you know where I live, you come see here. If I told you where I work, you can go there. Same thing, if you told me where the places you would be on the regular, I could go there and check.
But it would be easier for us because we can actually communicate.
We've got the privilege of the phones.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it actually is quite amazing how they, you know, they live their lives. Like, yes, it's sad, but like the way you go about it, it's kind of cool how you're surviving like that.
Actually, this is on the topic of homeless. So I work with a lot of Colombians, right?
Yeah.
And one of them, he's like, it's amazing how your city even has homeless people. And I was like, what? Why? It's like, well, like, let's say like you don't have a job, there's Centrelink. If you're like, there's the healthcare system, there's like, because their frame of reference is everything that's happening in Colombia, because that's where they're from.
Yeah.
So they look at what we're doing, and then they're just confused as to why there are people on the street begging for money when it's so easy to get a job because they got it. Like, one of the guys I work with, he's doing the same job that I'm doing, and he was an engineer, like a civil engineer for years in Colombia, and working in a warehouse with me makes more money than that. And I'm just like, suck shit to be you, bro.
That's the thing. Like, I met a lot of people who were like overseas, and they would like come here, and I'd be working with them in warehousing, whatever.
Yeah.
And they'll be earning way more than they ever did like back from home.
Yeah, because it's just labor here, but back there it's different. It's a different system, different scales.
Oh hell yeah, it's scary. Well, most of them don't have the metric system, so
Well, yeah, true. Isn't because it's metric and imperial? I thought imperial's only in America.
we have the metric system.
Yeah,
I-
imperial's like
I'm not sure about America.
because I thought they only have like how they've got like Fahrenheit and Celsius, like that's American imperial as well.
I think so.
I think also that might be completely wrong. Can someone fact check me on that?
Same.
We'll take it as truth until proven otherwise.
Yeah.
But I've got a person who comes on the show and he fact checks when things are wrong, and he writes it down and he goes, "Hey, you got that wrong," and then sometimes it sparks debate on a topic, and it's good.
Yeah.
It's good.
Oh, but yeah, no, like I remember when my granddad almost went homeless. Actually,
Right.
that was all by choice though, because yeah, my uncle, like right before I was born, like disappeared.
Right.
No word or anything, and my granddad
Vanish.
Yeah, pretty much. My granddad went to the city and started talking to a lot of homeless people and like trying to like understand how they would live, merely for the fact so he could do that and go look for him.
He's like going to a careers expo, but it's the opposite.
Something like that. Yeah. It took my mum, my dad, and a whole bunch of my other family to convince him not to do that. I still think to this day that he would have been happy doing it because now he's with my nan, who's psycho.
Right, okay. I don't know how much family drama you want to spill to this, but
I'm not spilling that many.
Okay,
but
good,
yeah,
good,
on
'cause
the lines
remember-
of homeless people, that's what
that's
I'm
all
gonna
right.
say.
Yeah. That's all good. That's all good.
Cut some of that out if you need to.
Look, we'll be fine. We haven't said. I only have to censor some names from the start. Otherwise,
Yeah.
we've done pretty well. Like really fucking well.
Yeah, I didn't even notice it's like 40 minutes.
Dude, it's so easy to do this. But I mean, no. It's very difficult. It's a full-time job. I need money. Give me money, please. I'm dying here.
I'm living off Centrelink, so at the moment I'm
yeah.
chilling.
Yeah.
I'm not.
Dude, okay. So you said you wanted to talk about your like exercising and workout regime, and I want to call you out on something before you do. You're bulking, right?
Yeah.
Bro, like
You heard about what I eat.
3 cheeseburgers from McDonald's is not bulking. You fat fuck. Okay.
That's my food.
No, it doesn't count. It doesn't count, all right? It's chicken and broccoli or nothing.
Look at my shoulders.
Yeah, good. Like, it's fucking. But McDonald's isn't bulking, okay? It doesn't count.
Works for me.
It works for you though. So, look, good for you for making it working. That's my opinion. But
You want to hear worse? You want to hear what's
I
worse
do.
than
I
that?
want to hear as bad as you got.
Alright, KFC. So I ordered 4 pieces of chicken,
Yeah.
a twister, a zinger box, 5 tenders, and there was something else. Oh yeah, I got an extra burger.
Are you trying to feed a small family? What's going on,
No, this was all my food before training. This is like one night that I had. Yeah.
bro?
But here's the thing.
Yeah.
I'm still staying the same shape and everything. It's
Okay.
awesome.
So, are you trying to maintain, or are you trying to get better?
No, honestly, like when I'm eating that food, it was merely because like I didn't have enough time to like make something or whatever. So it's like, all right, let's get some fast food. This will work. This'll
Fast
do.
food's in the name. It is fast, and that's borderline food.
But that's the thing. You've seen my dad, yeah?
Yeah.
He's doing the exact same thing as I did.
Yeah.
But he used to eat worse than me and more frequently than me.
Right.
Like he would order more burgers than I ever did before training, and the list would go on. It's crazy.
I guess there's some like because it's still like beef, for example, right? It's still beef, but like people discount it because it's fast food beef. Like they do shit to it, right?
Yeah. But like, I think it's okay. It's okay to eat like fast food.
Yeah,
even,
yeah,
like,
no,
while
no.
you're training, like, there's too much people that.
It's like you got a dumbbell in one hand and a chicken wing in the other. Just you balance it out, yeah.
Yeah. It's funny you said that because I actually did.
Bro, I was trying to think of something as ridiculous as I could as a parody, and you're like, actually, that's an anecdote.
No, I actually did do that. I'm not gonna
Why?
lie. It wasn't with the chicken wing though. It was literally my burger. I was going like this,
And then
like put it down, swap hands, and just went like.
Bro, I hate to break it to you. I think you're training wrong.
Nah, I'm doing it right.
Okay.
I'm getting bit. I'm doing pretty well.
You are,
actually.
dude. Like, I remember what we were both like in fucking high school, and
I was huge.
yeah, but like not that, like not huge as in like that sense, but huge as in the other sense. Like
I was fat as fuck.
you're fat as fuck. Yeah. Just gonna wait for you to say it first. Yeah, you were one of the fat kids, but like now, dude, like fucking props.
Do you know how much I weighed when I was 13?
No idea.
150.
Bullshit.
I'm not joking. That is how
150?
much I weighed when I was 13.
Fucking hell.
I know. I was obese.
Dude, I think when I was 13, I don't know if I even cracked.
You weren't even
50
half
kilos.
my size. You
Dude,
were still
no.
up to here.
I think I was 50 kilos.
That scares me.
Yeah.
I was 100 times. Yeah, that's scary. Oh no.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I was really fat. Like,
Holy
yeah,
shit.
it was bad. But that's the thing. Like, it wasn't until I think around. Oh, I'm not sure if it was year 8 or year 9. It was when I like started properly shooting up that everything started going in.
Yeah, right.
And
because it's like, you know, those medieval torture devices that stretch you out.
something like
It's
that.
kind of like that, but it's more natural. Like as you go
Minus
up,
the torture.
yeah, minus the torture. I mean, kind of like growing pains still exists. It's not as bad.
Yeah,
but
I had my growth spurt.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it was weird though, because like I think what really like when I started losing weight was definitely when I started smoking weed.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because it was I was year 9. No, actually no, I started in year 8. That's
Year
right.
8.
I was 14.
Yeah. I wasn't sure if you were going to go specific on that one.
Yeah, I was 14.
Yeah.
It was in a abandoned house somewhere near where I live.
Gotcha.
And yeah, so my mates give me a Dare iced coffee. I was about to drink it, and then I looked at it carefully, and it was a bong.
Don't drink the bong.
No, don't drink that.
Yeah.
So my mates packed a cone for me. I lit it up.
Yeah.
And I got the giggles bad.
Yeah.
I was like laughing all over the place. I would.
Do you
not shut up.
reckon? Right. When movies do the first time you've spoken, like that, not trope, but like when they get a character on screen to like try drugs for the first time, like specifically weed, like do you reckon that's accurate? Like the way
they're actually smoking weed.
Yeah, like no, not like that they're actually smoking weed, but like the way that they portray the actual experience.
Oh, depends. Like, have you seen Pineapple Express? Yeah.
Bits and pieces, not enough to be able to recall. Hey, this is, but I know about the movie.
Right. Well, see, when you watch Pineapple Express, it's like like as a stoner, if you're watching it, you'll know for a fact that's actually how like people talk and stuff. Like Seth Rogen, he's a stoner.
He's one of the biggest.
Oh yeah, he's one of the professionals.
Yeah.
Have
you seen? There's a video where he's got like a gravity bong that it like turns upside down. So it's like he's doing dabs at that point. So he dabs it in. The whole thing fills up with smoke. When and you turn it and it all just shoots up.
I'm not sure if I've seen that one.
All right, I'll show you after this.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, he's a fucking professional.
Oh yeah, I've learned how to make the cross joint off him. Like he has a full tutorial video of like how to make the cross joints. And
okay, so I've just pictured. I didn't know that existed until you just reminded me then, and I was like, oh yeah, fuck, that's a
that's a thing.
That's a thing.
Yeah.
Holy shit!
We
gotta watch that after.
Yeah, hell yeah, bro.
All right, go.
Seth Rogen's cross joint.
Yeah.
It's so good.
Dude.
But literally, there's like but yeah, he has this book, right? He had a book when he was a kid, and it had like different ways you could roll joints. I was so obsessed on finding that book. I still haven't found it.
Right.
I can't wait. If you find it for me, please let me know.
All right. That can be homework, I guess.
Yes.
Find a book, but what book? It's the joint rolling book.
Yes. I want to be the pro.
Fine. Okay. So the point that I was getting to is that real life is better than the way it's portrayed in movies, but people see what happens in movies and they want to emulate it. So you know the people that like not fake, but they exaggerate getting stoned.
Yeah, they kind of placebo themselves. Yeah.
Yeah. So I know people that do that, and it's like just stop lying to yourself and everyone else around you.
Those are the attention seekers. Like I've met someone. Like I remember this one kid I met, and he didn't smoke it, but he was acting like he was stoned, and he was like telling everyone how he just smoked this joint. But here's the thing: the effects that he was showing me, like how you are when you're stoned, they were all wrong.
Yeah,
he was going spastic. He was like going all over the place, jumping up and down. Like he was running, like pretending he had some kind of energy. He was like, yo, this stuff gives me so much energy, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, you did not smoke a joint. He was like, yes, I did.
Yeah.
And I was like, want to come over to my house after school? And he was like, yeah, bro. And then
Just tries it.
Gave him a bong. He was like, oh, I don't know. I'm like,
Yeah, there you go. No, you've already tried it. Go ahead.
You're a professional, bro.
And it doesn't count as peer pressure because he's already tried it before. Exactly. He's already a stoner. There you go.
Exactly. So it's not peer pressure.
It's not. It's fine.
So he takes it.
Yeah.
Has a cone. Next thing you know, he's lying on the ground. His head's spinning. And he's like, I don't like this. I don't like this. And I'm just sitting here like
you fucking liar.
And I'm like, I love catching people.
Yeah.
It's so funny.
It's good.
Especially the lightweights. You just knock them on their ass.
But see, good. I'd argue with everything, even alcohol and weed, it's better to be a lightweight because it takes less to get further up.
It is better to be a lightweight. That is 100% true. When I first started smoking weed, total lightweight. I would get the spins and stuff. I would only have to have like one cone and I was done.
Yeah.
Nowadays, I could have a full mix to myself, cone after cone after cone, and I would still...
You'd feel a buzz.
I'd feel a buzz.
Yeah.
I'd feel stoned, but like not as stoned as I did my first time doing weed.
So how do you even... The only way to really erase the tolerance then is to just not do it for a long period of time, or...
That's it.
Yeah.
No, literally, so say if you're a stoner and you're not getting that feeling like you used to when you first started.
Yeah.
All you have to do is cut yourself off for like a week or two, have another one, you'll have the same feeling that you did when you first got stoned, guaranteed.
There you go. See, it's, again, about responsibility.
Exactly.
Oh, dude, okay, so do you... When you get stoned, do you go out of your way to watch something specifically made to watch while being stoned, or does it just happen?
What do you mean by that? Like, watch a movie or something?
Yeah. So, there's a TV show on Netflix, Inside Job. And it's all about, like, conspiracy theories. So it's like, there's like a secret government, and they're trying to, like, keep all the conspiracy theories in check. So, like, how, like, all the famous people are lizards. Like, the government did 9/11. Like, all that shit. But in that universe, it's animated kind of like, you know, the adult cartoon style. With, like, the really small eyes, but the long necks and all that shit.
Yeah.
So it's that style, and it's all about, like, conspiracy theories and that, and it's very good.
Well, I wouldn't say I have like a go-to when I'm stoned, but like...
No, I wouldn't say that either. I'm saying like when like a show like that, where you're meant to watch it, like not off your head, but like, okay, now you've got like an elevated level of interest and focus, like watch something like that. And it's made just for entertainment, not for like education.
Actually, no, there was this one thing. It was a cartoon, but like that was made from podcasts.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not entirely... I can't remember.
I know exactly what you're talking about. The Midnight Gospel.
That's the one! That's the one!
Yes!
Yes!
Dude. So that guy who made it, Duncan Trussell, he is like... He's so big on like psychedelics, like life, religion, everything. He's a very interesting dude.
But like legit, when I got so...
That's exactly what I'm talking about.
I got so fucking high, and I watched the whole thing through start to finish.
Yeah.
And I was that stoned, and everything he was saying was so accurate, so true.
Yeah.
I had to replay it.
Yeah, I've seen it multiple times too.
I've replayed that thing so many fucking times. It is ridiculous.
Dude, that was... You fucking know, that's exactly what I was talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, that dude... The podcast that he made is, I'd argue it's better as the show, but you can't go to that much effort and creativity to make his podcast into like the entire podcast into that show.
Amazing how he did it though.
Yeah. Like it's
and it's like, it's not. He like made the cartoon. Like he's doing the podcast, obviously.
Yeah.
But the cartoon, it's like.
The podcast is like this, where they're just talking, and then the things that are happening in the show, there's always something going on in the show. But it's still the center point is the conversation.
Yeah. And the character, and like they're playing as the characters, but the characters are like, they're actually legit talking about real things.
Yeah. Like, and it's like the character, like the dude, because he's interviewing them for his podcast. That's the whole premise of the show. Like the guy, Clancy, I think. Is
Yeah,
his
that's
name.
the one.
Yeah, Clancy's going around. He's like, hey, yeah, look, I want to interview for the podcast. And then the actual podcast starts, but it's from his show.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then, like, the end, like, the last episode is, like, one of the last conversations he ever had with his mum before she died. And the fact that he turned it into, like, it was basically, you'd argue it's an art piece. Like, I've had an episode of this where we've talked about how pretentious art is and shit. Like, I'm not going to revisit that conversation, but I'd argue that fits into, like, a good art category where if you want to introduce someone to getting planetarily stoned, that's the show that you put on while you're doing it.
Oh yeah.
Like it just, your mind wanders and you not lose yourself, but like you just watch it and it's a good show. I can't praise the show enough.
You gotta watch it to understand. You gotta listen to what they're saying to like actually get into it.
Yeah.
But it's just scary because everything they said is so fucking accurate, and it's just like I'm trying to remember this last one. It was with this like night lady and the horse, and she's like,
oh yeah, I know the one you're talking about. I don't remember the conversation.
I wasn't sure if they were talking about like religion, but yeah, nah.
I remember the first episode. They're talking about legalizing weed.
Yes, yes.
And I know there's the one where he's in the prison. There's the dude who's talking about like rebirth and shit, and the guy keeps dying in the show, and then they're like back in the prison cell, and there's every single little action. He's talking about how I think he's talking about how where you make one small change and there's like a ripple effect, and then he's also showing it in the show as well. It's just like it sucks you in.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
Oh man,
that's a good one to watch. I like, you know what, documentaries as well. Do you watch documentaries while stoned?
Depends on the documentary.
Okay, Ancient Aliens.
Oh, yeah.
All truth. Yeah, it's not no speculation. It's all fact. The pyramids are spaceships.
Yeah. Definitely fact. 100%.
Yeah, but like you watch it and it's like I started watching one of the episodes like season 9 because I remember seeing it when I was 13, like back in the day, and I saw it was on Binge, I think, and it's like, okay, I need to be stoned to watch this. So I paused it, waited till I had some supplies, got high, watched that shit, and I was like, fuck yeah, that was a good call.
Yeah.
Like, even like nature documentaries are very popular to watch.
Oh, see, yeah, David Attenborough. I would always watch David Attenborough.
You could watch him even without being stoned. Like it's an enhancement.
He's soothing. His voice is so
soothing. He's good. He's gonna die soon.
I know. How old is he? I thought he was already dead.
I don't think so. Are you gonna break the news to me? I have to Google it and find out.
Yeah. I think he's dead.
Is he? No way.
Yeah, he's dead.
Is David Attenborough alive? So
yeah.
Nope. 1951 to present.
Are you serious? He's still alive?
Wait. No, he died in 2014. My bad.
I knew it. Yeah, I thought so. I remember there being something where he died.
Wait. No. That's Richard Attenborough.
Oh.
Hang on. Is he dead? David Frederick Attenborough is an English biologist, natural historian, and author. Is he alive? He is active. No, there's no death date.
Are you serious?
He's 96 years old and he's still alive.
That's scary. Imagine if he made it to 100.
You'd get a letter from the Queen.
Oh, hell yeah.
Bro, is that even like... She probably has them all like pre-written. Like there's there's no way that she like...
No, that's the thing. Like, if
I need to see. Have any letters for the Queen been released publicly? Like, could we Google them? Do you reckon?
Maybe,
because there's not many.
It will be something we have to look up.
Yeah, I think so.
I know for a fact there's this system like in the like Middle Eastern countries.
Yeah,
the Vizier, like basically the prince, like the high prince, whatever. Yeah. He will pay on anyone's 21st birthday that was blood born in that country and blood related to anyone in that country, like fully blood related.
Yeah.
No outside connections whatsoever.
Yeah.
The High Vizier will pay $150 to that person.
Fuck.
I thought everyone.
I thought you were going to say $100,000.
I wish.
Yeah. Like $150.
No, $150,000. Sorry.
Oh, it is
$150,000. Sorry. Yeah, $150,000.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
That's a lot better.
I know. Sorry, that's my mistake. But yes, so when I found that out, I was like,
So wait, so both your parents have to be born in the country.
both of your parents have to be born in the country. Your grandparents have to be born in that country.
So how far back? Where's the limit? Like, 'cause you have to be. It sounds
Bloodborne.
like bloodborne, but like
All the way through ancestry.
completely.
Completely.
Okay, then I understand. That's fair enough. 150,000 is a massive expense.
It is, and well, to be fair, they get rich off oil, so
Yeah, true. Is that still a thing? I thought Oh, I don't know enough. I don't
where do you think
we
our
don't.
oil's coming from?
Yeah, but yeah. Well, they fucking should turn down the prices.
That's the whole point.
We're not educated enough to go into this.
We just say what we know.
Always debate your topics responsibly.
Oh yeah. Say what you know, and if you get to the point where you don't know, say
out.
less.
Yeah. Tap out. Yeah. Know your limits.
Exactly.
Be responsible. I think that's a great place to end it, dude. Thanks for doing this, man.
No, that's all good.
Nah, bro, we gotta do it more often. Cause, like, I reckon we could do this like even like once a month at least.
Fucking oath.
Yeah, dude. All right. Well, thanks for coming. That's it. The podcast is over. We're done. Go home.
Thank you for having me.